The state of California has taken steps to protect itself from a possible U.S. debt crisis. As we just showed you in our Fast Fact, the state borrowed $5.4 billion from private investors this week. California Treasurer Bill Lockyer secured the package of short-term loans. He joins us now from Oakland with the details. Mr. Lockyer, welcome back to Bottom Line. Always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
Sir, how would a failure by Washington to raise the debt ceiling adversely affect California and other states?
Well, there are impacts on the state and local communities, on their credit ratings. There are pension impacts that hold lots and lots of treasuries. There are, of course, consumer impacts, business impacts, and their credit. So there's lots of ripples. For my purposes, we normally borrow rather substantial amounts of short-term money for cash flow needs. In the late summer, we accelerated that short-term borrowing to get ahead of the August 2nd deadline and trying to avoid any rate escalation or inability to borrow. 2 years ago, when the freeze occurred, my short-term 3-day paper was running 11% plus rather than a small fraction of 1%. So we didn't want that experience again.
Mr. Lockyer, because some states' interest rates are linked to Treasury rates, how would a default impact states' borrowing costs?
Well, substantially. You know, there are 15 states, as I understand it, that are AAA that are directly related, and several thousand local agencies, including ones all over California: Orange County, Los Angeles, San Jose, Santa Clara, Oakland. The list goes on and on, of local entities that will have some impact if there's a downgrade on their credit quality as well.
You were able to secure that bridge loan with pretty favorable terms. According to the Bloomberg Fair Market Value, the terms compare with a 0.90% rate on an index of tax-exempt notes maturing in about 3 months. How were you able to get the loan, even though California does have the lowest credit rating among the 50 states?
Well, you know, there's an argument that's ongoing about whether the credit ratings accurately describe risk of default, and California never has and won't default on our debt. But the
if I might ask you, sir, which side of that argument are you on?
I'm on the side that believes the credit ratings are unfair and inaccurate. But investors know there's not going to be a default, and I'd sure like to finance my house at 0.237%. That's what we got, and all of the major financial institutions stepped up. I'm particularly grateful to Goldman, to J.P. Morgan, to the Bank of America, Merrill, to Wells Fargo, to Morgan Stanley. They all bid substantial amounts, and we're pleased that they did that.
Mr. Lockyer, to go back to what you were saying about the ratings agencies, what do you feel that they are not taking into account when they suddenly come up with their metrics?
Well, we've spent a lot of time trying to understand their rating criteria, and it's kind of a black box mystery in many respects. If it were based on the likelihood of default, corporate defaults of similarly rated debt are 3 or 4 times greater than municipal default. So there's something inherently wrong in the system. Now, as I've been very critical of the rating agencies, but frankly, I think they're very responsible with respect to this current debate in Washington and the borrowing limit. I'm glad that they're making it clear that this could result in a downgrade for U.S. Treasuries.
Mr. Lockyer, we note that you are in California, but you are not that far removed from the debt debate, because I know you do talk to some other state treasurers from time to time. What's the most frustrating part of this debate in Washington for you and your colleagues?
Well, I think all of the uncertainties and the fact that with a fragile economy, which we would wish to be more robust, it appears that the stalemate may cause damage to the economy damage to the country's international reputation, inability of businesses to borrow and create jobs. There's just, you'd think that rational people would have gotten this done long ago and fix it long term. Don't have this argument every few months.
Mr. Lockyer, if I might ask in the last 30 seconds then, as you well know, sometimes in California, lawmakers have problems coming up with a state budget. Most recent one, what, a 100-day delay. So sometimes rational doesn't apply when you're talking about politics, does it?
Actually, this year, it's changed. We used to be one of the 3 states that required a 2/3 vote. The voters changed that. It's a majority vote. They had the same debate where Republicans wouldn't vote for the budget. The Democrats, in a majority, enacted one. They brought the structural deficit down from $46 billion to $4 billion. Wonderful work, frankly, and they did it on time. So there's a new day with respect to fiscal management in California.
The state treasurer of the state of California, Bill Lockyer, joining us from Oakland. Always a pleasure to have you on, sir. Thanks so much.